Okay. Also, my cookies. Y'all like my cookies? Those are really good cookies. Kitty pets. Okay. I think we're ready to go into the estate. We couldn't go back to our ship, so we're going to have to just kind of make do. Make do.
I always keep my options open.
I always keep my options open, chat. I do. Nice digs, yo.
Always keep your...
You left the Novus Imperialis to serve the rogue trader. Do you ever regret it, Seneschal?
No, I do not regret it in the least. Serving in the Imperial Navy is a fine thing to do. But it was only under Lady Theodora that I truly felt the significance of what I was doing.
Cool.
Let us not dawdle.
Okay. Checking the sides, as we do.
Is there money to be made?
Upon seeing you, the guard at the door lets out a frightened yelp and doubles over in a low bow. Your lordship, most honorable Cohh Van Valancius. The governor's awaiting you in her office, where she is protected by walls and guards. Would you prefer to meet with her alone or your entourage? My entourage will accompany me. If a person calls for chaos, but nothing bad happens, is it really heresy? Just by saying that, you need to be purged. How dare you, or the Emperor. Vistenza Janus Viet Ab Aram of Cronus is furiously swiping at a data slate, issuing commands into a gilded vox. Upon seeing you, she hurriedly puts away her devices, smooths her skirt, and drops into a deep curtsy. Your lordship, accept my abject apologies for the reprehensible stunt that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmares, I couldn't have imagined abhorrent actions. I thought firing at moving targets was part of the ceremony. Now you can stop apologizing. I'm not offended. Thank you, your lordship. Believe me, I'm infinitely sorry that the troubles of Janus have reached us even here, the most protected place. The companion standing next to Vistenza respectfully bows her head. She's doggedly trying not to turn her head towards you, but it's obvious she is watching you through her lowered lashes. One of your wardens helped us in battle. A superb shot. Who was it? You must be referring to Irliet, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I've turned a blind eye to her horrific mutations, given the undoubted advantage she brings. You see, Irliet comes from the local degenerate stock of this world and knows Janus like the back of her hand, so she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although I admit that at times I'm tempted to send her away from the estate, her unnaturalness means that speaking with her always leaves me feeling uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure and so tall. If you wish to speak with her, you'll find her outside in the orangery, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance. What's happening? Several months ago, uprisings broke out on Janus. I'm not even notified at first. Griping worms are for wardens to worry about. Fun. Alas, I only learned of what was happening after the miscreants began targeting noble families, and then it became apparent that what the Administratum's accounts have been referring to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and societal leaders. Ooh. They've already brought 13 agri-complexes to a halt and have now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but their leaders are slipping from our grasp yet again. Can they fulfill its foodstuff supplies under current conditions? I risk angering your lordship. This is nothing compared to shamelessly deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics experts of the Ministratum are unable to guarantee stable times when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceport, and the terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. So we got to fix this. Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Janus doesn't have its own fleet. We can organize a planet-wide search if we have the ships at our disposal, ships like yours. Perhaps you'll find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have ground forces and ship crew work together to hunt down the enemy. I promise you, Governor, I will hunt down the seeds of rebellion and heresy on your planet and burn them to ash. Concern appears in her eyes. The resolve and valor of the von Valancius dynasty knows no bounds. I'm immeasurably thankful. If any of those who attacked the estate had survived, then perhaps they could be a valuable source of information, but you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. Incidentally, I did overhear the wardens talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Besides that, we still do not know who let the reprobates into the estate. I, as well as my retinue, am at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak and removing all traces of the attack from the estate, and esteemed Magos, who is responsible for agronomic efforts on the planet, is also here. And of course, there is my aid in the war against the rebels early yet. Can Janice supply the people with their provisions at Footfall? Yes and no. If the question is, can such an expansive and fertile world do as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course it can. We lose more provisions to gnawing pest every cycle than those on Footfall could eat in their entire lives, but we ship said provisions to Footfall. But can we ship them there? Not a chance. Any cargo shuttle that leaves the surface will be targeted for attack. Nod towards her companion. Who's this standing next to you? One of my ladies in waiting, Amelia. She performs secretarial duties and helps me remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for the productivity and prosperity of Janice. Okay. Bathed in the light of your greatness as a true honor rogue trader. Tell me of Janice. Remarkable world. They've ruled for many generations. What do you grow? Mainly Helican flint corn and red turnip. Okay. And fermentable fruit for personal use and limited export. Okay. There we go. All right.
Keep your wits about you.
Jack, keep your wits about you. Maybe Cohh can hire some people to read out loud instead of him. Oh my god. Yeah, we got to respec Abelard today. I think I might do that in a minute here.
I must thank you, esteemed Magos. After your intervention, I feel 50 years younger. Both my knee implants are as good as new.
I agreed to help out of respect for the priceless array of augmentations placed in your body. Such sacred creations deserve the best maintenance available.
Have a backup plan.
Where is Earliette? I thought near the gazebo, not the fountain.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Iliad Lenevis greets you, Elantark.
The bizarre creature before you only vaguely resembles a typical human. An elongated body, slender limbs, and pointed features. Every aspect of its appearance is unnatural and alien. The creature turns its head to you. You're not a mutant.
I have met souls like you before. You travel a path that offers you enlightenment. A rare gift among your limited kind.
Well, we're not off to a good start.
My soul is nothing kin to yours. Your kind call us Xenos, as if we are all as one. I came here to protect the Lilithon by assisting the governor against her enemies. Will you hear me, or be blinded to sense by your precepts?
I do not converse with the enemies of humanity! Attack! I will speak with you, but keep your hands where I can see them. The only part I understand was that you have no desire to fight. That's one thing we have in common.
I have banished the shadow of doubt from your thoughts regarding my nature. Now you will answer my question. Why have you sought me out?
You're the governor's mysterious helper?
I am Elantark. My hand parried the death promised to the ruler of these people, and I aided you in battle against the Lost Ones.
Why are you helping the governor?
This world is in distress. I wish to protect it from unnecessary suffering.
What do you know about the rank and file rebels?
Only that they threaten the established order. There is much risk to this world should the ruler die.
Iliette's face is unreadable, but you detect a strange tension in her voice, as if she's choosing her words very carefully. Do you know who is behind the uprisings on the planet?
There is a malevolence here that drives your kin down the path of violence.
Your answers are not particularly helpful.
But you are not asking for help, Elantark. You are merely asking questions, the answers to which are either unimportant or wreathed in shadow. Explore this place. Speak to those who know. A simple task for you, and an insurmountable challenge for me, since my very appearance provokes fear and suspicion. When you learn anything, tell me. Perhaps then my answers will be helpful to your search.
If you want, you can join me. None of the locals will dare to look askance at you if you're in a rogue trader's presence.
So be it. I will go with you. I am ready, Elantark. Let us go forth.
Iliette is a Xenos, one of the Asoyani. She is a ranger who follows the path of the outcast, and her skills in ranged combat are without equal. Iliette does not use human weapons and can wear either Eldari armor or, if she learns the required feature, Drukhari armor. Her unique ability instantly ends her turn. However, at the start of her next turn, she will make an attack that always hits its target. Really?
What is it?
Oh. Interesting. She's got perfect shot. Let's take a look. And what other stuff does she do? Now wait a second. Didn't I have some kind of like?
Fortune favor the bold.
I can't use this. Wanderer's Portent. Can I put it on her? Oh, I can't put it on her either. Must not have feature Eldari equipment. Who is this rifle for? Huh. I'm not sure who this is for. Yeah. Trophy room, because it's bugged. Oh. Okay. That's too bad. Huh. Okay. Womp womp. Okay.
I refuse.
Oh, I have a little cherub now? Wait, what? Why do I have this? An artificial biomechanical creation of the Magos Biologist Tech Priest. Based on their uploaded doctrines, cherubs can perform various menial tasks for their master. Oh, it's a DLC thing? I didn't equip this. This little thing flying around is because of me? Oh, Lord. What have I done? Okay.
The songs of
Anyway.
my ancestors speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone. What a shame that you lack the capacity to understand even a single note.
Damn, girl. Owned. Sharpshooter. If the operative is not moved this turn, they gain 6 ballistic skill and 1 damage for every 5 cells between them and the target. Whenever the operative attacks an enemy that's in full wounds, it does more damage. If the target of analyzed enemies has 2 or more exploits, they suffer another exploit. Damn, dude. She is all about keeping exploits on the target. Also a last weapon expert. Okay. I feel like she should be able to use that weapon. It's too bad. All right. Got a couple levels with her. Oh, she's up to here. Okay, I think we make her an assassin, right? Let's take a look. Oh, no, we make her a... Oh, that's right. Assassins are mostly melee, aren't they? Okay. We'll get Bounty Hunter. Cool. Then we'll get Cohh the Bold. The Bounty Hunter's next attack this turn will have additional effect. Deals more damage. Enemy armor is reduced. If the enemy's armor against this attack is below 20, then their dodge is also decreased. If the target of the attack is marked, the armor and dodge reduction countered granted by Cohh the Bold also work for the attacks to the Bounty Hunter's allies. Oh, man. Okay, so always... We want her pretty much always attacking her prey if we can do it. That's big. Wow. Okay. Now we want to increase that skill even more. Cohh the Bold additionally removes target's difficulty tier, deflection, willpower, and toughness. So it does even more of that. And then Wild Hunt. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Easy peasy.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, this thing needs to shut up. All right, do we have some better gear for her? Yeah, she like doesn't have anything. What's her gun? An very long rifle. Can it Deadeye shot? It can. We'll put that on to help her Deadeye shot. What are her stats? Lore Xenos is 80. Oh, damn. Okay. Once per turn, the wearer scores a critical hit. Oh, no. These bracers grant a wearer a 5% bonus to tech use. Man, she can't, like, there's a lot of stuff she can't use. Yeah, she is. We really can't use much at all on her. That's fine for now. What's her Medicaid? 45. Not bad. We can give her some medkits too. Backline medkittery. Okay, cool. We clearly need to start getting her more stuff. Oh, who's this guy? Draped in a red cloak, the Magos' body barely looks human. Wires, tubes, and metal manipulators turn him into a whimsical machine, while implants hide his face behind a sinister mask. The tech priest intermittently dictates something in Technolingua to the servo skull floating next to him, but as you approach, he falls silent. Greetings, your lordship. Lex Mechanic Vinzelix, how may I serve you? What do you do here? He's entrusted with the management of the Adeptus Administratum. Blessed be, Tech Brother, your diligence and the diligence of those like you turns anarchy into order and bestows classification to knowledge. Tell me about the planet. Okay. It's a nice planet that has a little bit of aliens on it, and it's pretty nice besides that. What pathologies in the flora and fauna? Harmless species mutate and become aggressive, while plants change their chemical composition to become poisonous. This is happening more and more often, and if you do not take action, the ecosystem of the world will be irreparably disruptive. Changes may be artificial. Oh. They're forcefully evolving the plants to be more aggressive. Interesting. How's the governor dealing with the undesirable pathologies? I've analyzed the genome of the affected species, and I'm currently developing suppressor genes to make the plant's organisms resistant to pathology, but so far I've not been able to solve the problem. Further exploration of the planet would perhaps speed up these processes. Traces of xeno activity? Ruined structures of non-human origins are here. Okay, let's talk about something else. How many servants of you guys are here? All infrastructure nodes for food harvesting and processing have their own contingent of technomats. 250. How are things with you and your fellows? Current situation is stable. Oh, okay. That ended out pretty well. All right.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Nothing back here. Gather more information about the rebels. Hello, Technomat. Hello, servant.
Let us not dawdle.
Hello, old servant. Hearing your footsteps, the elderly servant grabs an injector and stabs it into his arm. The area around the needle immediately starts turning black. You're too late, Viet dogs. I'm the master of my own fate. But when he gets a better look at you, the man drops the injector in astonishment and seems poised to prostrate himself on the floor before you. It's you, your lordship. The God Emperor must have brought you here. I beg you, help the rebels and save Janice. He doubles up, hugging himself, and racked by coughing that leaves his lips wet with blood. Forgive me, your lordship. If only I'd known it was you. My eyes deceive me. We have little time, but I swear I'll tell you everything. Nerve toxin. The inevitable cessation of vital functions is expected in no more than a minute. Say whatever it is you want to say and be quick about it. In the name of the Golden Throne, your lordship, show mercy on the humble workers, the salt of Janus. Save them. The Stenza Viat, the untouchable governor who leads the nobility, is creating something monstrous behind closed doors. She uses the Imperium's interest as a smokescreen and purports to be a scholar, but her actions are poisoning our planet. Did you know that the settlements that fail to pay for their due tithes on time have been allowed to pay with people instead? They even deliver them to order, sometimes old folks, sometimes children. I've seen those people. I've seen them being delivered to the estate, and they're never seen or heard from again. They go into the secret room. They don't come out, your lordship, ever. Peasants who were taken to Iraq 5 to serf, house, or Celio were never seen or heard from again either. They become loyal servants and toiled for the good of great dynasty. Why should they ever return to their filthy, squalid abodes? The old servant lets out a moan. The dark stain on his arm seems to creep through his veins until his arms and neck are a latticework of black. The servant's breath quickens and becomes irregular. What secret rooms? Hidden chambers deep within the palace. I've never been inside, thankfully. The servants who are allowed in, the ones who the governor trusts, they change. She changes them, pretties them up, defiles them. I see no shadows of deceit behind your words, and even so, I would have noticed. I know I would have noticed the signs of which Eliette's face tenses like a taut string, and doubt creeps in her expression. Except whenever Vistenza hosts one of her dances at the palace, she sends me away to search for the rebels, into the forest far from the human settlements. Okay. You accuse the rogue traitor appointed governor of heresy. If your words are false, they themselves are tantamount to heresy. But if what you say is true, if it is true, then your sacrifice will be your credit, my good man. I swear I'm not lying. Pray for me, holy sister, for me and Janice. I'm not sure I'll last long enough to answer all your questions. You can still be saved. Don't waste your time on somebody who's as good as dead already. I'll depart this world happily knowing I'm free from the clutches of that monster sitting on the governor's throne. I'd like to make one last request. Don't tell anyone I was the one who unlocked the doors. If you do, they'll go after my family, my home. I will keep your secret. Please save us. Save Janice. Ooh. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
GG, buddy. That man's is dead.
Keep your wits about you.
Thanks, Golden Dragon. Have a great one, buddy.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Oh, we can leave now. I wonder if it's okay to leave. Your lordship, please do not stray too close to the building. One of the terrorists from today's attack holed himself up in there. It could be dangerous. What's going on? Ready to report, your lordship. We conducted a sweep of the area after the attack. All the assassins were arrested or neutralized except for one. He sealed himself inside. He's already injured 2 wardens who tried to reach him, but there's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the last dregs of dirt out from the estate. I only have one question, officer. Why have you not already done it? The rogue traitor is here, and the longer you delay, the more you put his life needlessly at risk. It is inexcusable, your lordship. The barrels of poison were only just delivered, but we're ready to begin now. I want to talk to him. What's so special about this building? It's just a utility building. This is not an empty utility building, but an inactive backup crypt for storing refrigerant and freezing equipment. This is obvious. Your ignorance is depressing. Oh, I love it. Your ignorance is depressing. Sorry. Sorry. What? My bad. Who is he? What's that got? Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay. Oop. There we go. To tell the truth, your lordship, I'm more concerned with the clearing of the area now than with his identity. I want to talk to him. Are you sure? It's not exactly safe, your lordship. I want to solve this problem without too much blood or fuss. As you wish. Piss off, you won't take me alive. Better to put a bullet in my brain than let the governor's dog get their hand on me. I'm the rogue trader and sovereign of this planet. In the name of the Emperor, open the door. Examine the door. The door looks solid and formidable, but you notice dark marks on the hinges, a sure sign the material is degraded. The lock doesn't look new either. With a suitable tool, it could easily be opened. Pick the lock. Takes half a minute to figure out the archaic mechanism. With a soft click, the door opens, allowing you to enter. Inside is poorly lit, but you spot a person standing in the far corner. He's desperately gripping a discharged lasgun in his hands. At the sight of you, his eyes widen in recognition. It can't be the rogue trader. The young man, practically a boy, falls to his knees and stretches out his bloody hands towards you. His clothes are burned on one side and grimy with baked-in blood. Your lordship, have mercy. You're the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. Youth is a time of recklessness. Save you from what? From Governor Viat. Everybody here knows what she's doing to us. We've put up with it for a long time, hoping that somebody would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like rocks from the settlement, supposedly to go to the palace, and they're never seen again. Her servants pour something over the fields, and then people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits. And while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. Sacrifices, madness, pain, and death. Even so primitive a society as this, such rites seem senseless, not worthy of such efforts. What is this, a random quirk of nature or something darker? Oh no. Oh my god! Guys, they just closed the studio of the day before. The day we announced the closure of Fantastic Studios. Unfortunately, the day before has failed financially, and we lack the funds to continue. All income received is being used to pay off debts to our partners. Oh my god, dude. Oh, this is kind of sad. We apologize if we didn't meet your expectations. We did everything within our power, but unfortunately we miscalculated our capabilities. Damn. But yeah, turned out it was 100% a money grab. That's kind of what we thought it was going to be from the beginning. And that's what happened. It was a scam. Whole thing was a scam. Yep. Looks like it was a scam. Just throw something together as fast as possible, hype it up as much as possible, sell it as many copies as you can, and then close down immediately. Yep. So there you go. That's yeah, don't feel bad for them. I'm guessing this was a plan the whole time. Like they knew they were releasing garbage. Like they knew that. They didn't that's not a surprise to them. So, you know, that's I think they knew exactly what they were doing. I wouldn't be surprised if this message I just read was probably written weeks ago. This was all part of their roadmap, you know? Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Yep. Okay,